tell you something. Look it, man. I've been an Atlanta fan for 45 years.
Turning up the heat, T-Will on the mic, can't accept defeat. My ATL sports show, he's running the game. Atlanta Falcons fly high, you know the name. In the heart of the A, where the pride runs deep. From the Braves to the Falcons, he's keeping it real, no sleep. He's got the scoop, every player, every play. Bringing the thunder, every single day. T-Will, shining bright on the airwaves, bringing sports tonight. Atlanta heart, with a soul so free. My ATL sports show, it's the place to be.
Welcome, ATL Falcon fans. How is everyone doing? Welcome to the Falcons preseason postgame show for the Falcons versus the Colts, although it was not much of a game. Today on my panel, my brother, my actual blood brother from another, we got Mr. Eric Parker in the building. And last but not least, we got 2121, Miss 21 Carrie in the building. Carrie, Eric, how y'all doing today? Y'all all right?
Feeling good, feeling great. Feeling great, feeling good. How are you?
I'm sorry. I'm just laughing so hard because these Atlanta Falcons, man, like a week ago, I was feeling so down after that game against the Broncos. And then it's like, it's the opposite feeling to Eric's mood, his point. I'm feeling good because it was a great performance, so much better than last week. Then we got great news from Stefanski at the press conference immediately following. So I'm excited to talk about it.
Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the news. Well, first of all, let's talk about the game. Eric, give me your thoughts. Offensive domination, but give me your thoughts on the game, Eric.
First and foremost, I would like to apologize to Jack, the man, Strand. I knew he looked better than Tua in camp, but I didn't know he was gonna look that good.
Wow, he was looking great.
Yeah, Jack looked great out there. Cooper Rush looked good today. Good job, offense. Salute to the offense. That's how you play. Can we get a hand clap over there for the offense?
We definitely can get a hand clap for the offense, sir. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, I'm a little slow today, but I will fix that. Applause for the offense. Here we go.
Yes, sir. And what they had, 6 points. Bring it back one more time for the defense.
Let's bring it back one more time for the defense. Here we go. Defense, this is for you.
Okay. But also, don't forget about special teams.
Yes, ma'am. I was just going to say 3 times. Can we get it 3 times? Special teams.
3 times for the special teams. Here we go, Eric Parker and Carrie. There we go. We got John Brooks in the building. John Brooks says, what up, everybody? Bro Jack Strand is going to be QB1. Bookmark it that I said this. The defense special team shine, and so did the online. I think he meant O-line. And Cash Jones and Branch. Love to see that. Super excited. Let's see, who do we have in the building? We got Mr. Falcon Commander. I'm sorry, John Brooks says Drummond and Kendall Daniels and Cameron Sample had a big game today as well. Absolutely dominated the game. Falcon Commander says good 2026 preseason victory Saturday. Go ATL Falcons, rise up, Dirty Birds. And ATL Diva says laugh my you-know-what off. ATL Diva, how are you? Hopefully everyone is doing fine in the chat. Let's get to these Falcons. Eric, looks like the offense came out. They had a plan from start to finish, and that was to get the run game going. They did. Goodson looked very good. Offensive line looked very good. Cash Jones looked very good. Eric, let's start with you. Anybody else jump out at you that should get an attaboy from this game?
Stefanski flipped that, but right back around to where we look like we can contend with anybody. Stefanski, give my coach a hand clap too.
All right, hand clap for the coach. Looks like we got a lot of that going around today, but hey, I don't mind it.
Yeah, you like
All
doing
right,
stuff extra anytime. You really want to hit it again.
I do. I do, but I'm not. Gary, anybody else you can think of stop making me laugh here. Anybody else you can think of who's shined today, Terry?
Yes, definitely. I want to shout out the offensive line. They look so much better. It looks like, coaching, Bill Callahan definitely made that an emphasis this week on, improving the
Oh, shit.
What
interviewed
happened?
after the game and said that we didn't execute the way we wanted to last week. We wanted to bring the juice from for one another, and I think they did that this week. I think they look so much better. Um, that Tyler Goodson touchdown, 59-yard touchdown. The offensive line, the blocking was immaculate. I mean, very great. So love to see that. And then the other player I want to shout out is Kendall Daniels. He looked very good. Like honestly, he star for us at linebacker.
Yeah, yeah, he did. He looked real. That was another one. I was noticing Chris Blair looked good over there. Chris Blair always looks good though. Did what happened?
Nothing. Just playing
What you
around.
doing?
Just playing around. Eric Rogers says, rise up. A lot of push ups would have been done today. All those points. Ray Fitty says, cut Tua, make Strand the number 2, and rush the 3. Okay,
I've
well,
been seeing a
guys,
lot of that on
I,
Twitter today, T. Well, I know I sent some of it to you, but I see a lot of fans saying like you don't even need to keep Tua at this point. He's looked the worst out of
Is
the
there
Chargers.
is there a world where we can keep three on the roster?
I believe so.
I think you'll likely keep three. I saw Kevin Knight with the Falcoholic. Shout out to him. He was saying that we might keep four because of how good Jack Strand's looked. And I do agree that you cannot let Jack Strand hit the practice squad because
Mm-mm.
someone will swoop him up. But the likely thing to happen is Cooper Rush gets cut. But I know a lot of fans are thinking Tua should be the one to be cut.
Stop playing with the keyboard.
I'm not, man. I didn't add everybody to all the screens, so that's my bad. Kerry mentioned some tweets, and I wanted to get into them, so sorry about that. First tweet. Every time a Falcons player is asked what's the difference or what's changed with Stefanski in charge, they usually say something about Ish just being common sense is clear. What the heck is Raheem doing? All right. Next tweet. We got you let Strand hit the practice squad and he getting scooped up by somebody else. That is from Trey Sean. Another tweet, guys. Pack your bags, kid. He's talking to Tua. Uh, which that was kind of mean, but okay. Let's see another one
I mean,
here.
honestly, if Phoenix is back though, and Tua was a stopgap, I mean, we got Jack the Man Strand over there.
That we do. That we
What do
do.
you and to that point, you have no guaranteed money caught up in Tua. You literally just paid them the $1 million. Like if he continues to look bad, he really could be a cut candidate. I'm not even being funny.
Right,
If Cooper Rush was bad today, I'd say okay, you probably keep Tua just because of the experience. But it really could be between those two right now because Cooper Rush did look a lot better today.
right.
He looked a whole lot better today. Um, he did, but that Falcons offensive line opened up a lot of holes for those runners today. So I thought that was phenomenal. Let's see. I think I have one on here concerning you, Carrie, or at least I thought I did.
Oh.
Again, another one, Penix Strand Rush. Get rid of Tua. That's basically the gist of it. Let's see if I can find another one. Here we go. So for those of you who don't know, our own beloved Miss Carrie, baby, 21 Carrie, got invited to a Falcons game in, excuse me, a suite. She got invited to watch a Falcons game in a suite by the our beloved Atlanta Falcons, and Carl Dukes from 92.9 The Game is definitely approving of this. He says, "You deserve this, Carrie. Glad you and others are being recognized. Miss Carrie, we would be remiss if in our duty if we didn't talk about it. How did this happen? Give us your thoughts. What up, Miss Carrie?"
I mean, thank you so much for the shout out. I'm very thankful and honestly honored. Like, I think it's so cool that I got picked. Um, basically, the Falcons fans, October 18th game against the Chicago Bears, they're going to be having some Falcons fans, slash content creators as special VIP guests in the suite. So it's kind of like, I guess I don't want to say honoring, but for lack of a better word, I think that's what they said. And they're going to have some fans they invited there. So I don't know if they're spotlighting the fans. I don't really know all the details yet, but I think
I
it's.
think they are. I think that's what they, because if you look at who they selected,
Yeah.
aside from that one dude, and I ain't even gonna start
Yeah.
no one, but
Right.
um, everybody else, and even him though, y'all all have like a big following on Twitter.
Right.
I kept getting people hit me up. Why didn't they give you a ticket? And man, they ain't giving me no ticket for that. I don't even get on Twitter like that. I get on there every blue moon and say something. I used to,
Right.
but I really don't be on Twitter like that. Y'all run Twitter. Y'all be on Twitter and you just stay with information after. Y'all should see our chat. You'll get in touch with Kerry quicker from Twitter,
Twitter. Yeah.
from you actually making a tweet and hashtagging the Falcons in it,
Yeah.
then you will sending her a text message.
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
horrible texter to
Yeah.
Eric's point, but
No,
yeah.
no, literally.
I
Literally,
am a
I
terrible texter.
guarantee you, if I go put, hey, Kerry, call me back and hashtag Falcons behind it, I'll get called back quicker than I
Right.
will text.
Yeah.
That is that. Yeah, I've seen that to be true. Falcons commander says Big Penix energy is clear. Wow.
Okay.
First one of the year. Okay. Will final preseason game be the quarterback competition? Go Atlanta Falcons. Rise up, Dirty Birds. He says yes. Seen teams keep up to 4 quarterbacks on the active roster. Go Atlanta Falcons. Rise up, Dirty Birds. Mateo says won all 3 phases. Kept our foot on their throat. Love it. James says, I done went from tanking for Archie to winning the Super Bowl. I love it, James. And Mateo says, Penix is the comeback player of the year. So, guys, let's talk
Let's
about this.
go.
Falcons had 444 yards. That's a lot, man. They had a QB ranking, I guess, combined with Cooper Rush and Jack Strand for 123.8, which is great. Have nothing bad to say about that. Falcons dominate wire to wire in preseason tune-up. Final score doesn't even capture how thorough it was. Falcon held the ball for 34 minutes and 58 seconds to 21 minutes and 19 seconds time of possession. Atlanta controlled tempo from the opening drive. Guys, it looked like Indianapolis didn't even get off the bus. Um, Give me your thoughts on this game. I mean, look, I know the running game was pretty good. I want to talk about some guys that flashed. Obviously, Woodson flashed in this game. He had was a 49-yard pass run. I think the ground game we rushed for a total of 155 yards. Um, Cooper Rush looked good. Jack Strand looked really good. Guys, let's talk about all of the things that went well for us today. We'll get into maybe some concerns, but for right now, Carrie and or Eric, what stood out to you today on offense?
Everything. Everything stood out. We put belt to ass.
Okay.
I know it was just a preseason game, but y'all deserve it. Whoever don't like the Falcons or whoever been talking, y'all deserve it. Y'all deserve for us to celebrate right in your face. Because y'all overreacted to this preseason game last week for the longest. National media, everybody, y'all sound ridiculous overreacting to a preseason game. So now, yes, we should absolutely get to overreact to winning the preseason game.
Okay, that's fair. Carrie, thoughts? What stood out to you today?
What stood out for me, first, Jack Strand definitely, stood out. I can't not mention that. He had over 200 yards passing. He had two touchdowns. I believe one was passing, one was rushing. He was 12 for 17. He looked very good, honestly. So I have to shout him out. Um, I also want to shout out again the offensive line. They look so much better than last week. They definitely improved from last week to this week. Pass protection and for the run game, the protection there was very good. And then even the run game, I want to shout out. I think Cash Jones. I mean, I want to shout him out too because I think he had 100 yards total, receiving and rushing. So I
Yeah.
want to shout him out. He had a touchdown. He looked very good. Our run game in general looked very good. Between Woodson and who else had a touchdown? The other running back.
Nate Carter.
Nate Carter, thank you.
Yeah.
Nate Carter had a touchdown. Honestly, offense, I really don't have any complaints. They looked very good. When's the last time we scored over 30 points in a game? So,
Yeah, it's been a minute.
love to see that.
Yeah.
And
It's been
even
a
when
minute.
we did, it was like a shootout. This wasn't even a shootout.
Right.
Right.
Feels good to be on the other side of a blowout.
EPA.
Yeah. Falcons had 2 sacks, 5 3-and-outs forced, which is great. 5 3-and-outs, that's a lot. 8 penalties on the Colts. I mean, basically, we dominated them. So that was interesting. Nick Folk was 2 for 2 on field goals. And you know what, guys? I got a friend of mine from high school. I got to shout her out, Miss Trey Watson. How you doing? Trey says Cash did really good. I can see him on the starting line. Miss Trey, how you doing? Good to see you. Uh, known this young lady a long time. Happy to see her in the chat. And Miss Trey, that's for you. All right, guys. Nick Folk 2 for 2. I think one of them was from 50 plus. I think I could be wrong. Special teams did good. We had some runs that were. I think we averaged 10 yards. So, Carrie, Eric, give me your thoughts on the special teams and how we did.
It looked very much improved from last season. I didn't see any problem with special teams. Whether it be we didn't first of all, well, we didn't even punt that much. What did we punt twice?
Yeah, I think if that. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, and it took like it took a minute for that first punt.
Yeah, yeah,
So we didn't get much work on the punt return team. I mean the punting team. We we didn't get much work on them. We got a lot on the punt return. We look good on punt returns. Look
yeah. I think
look
what else
good
was
on
interesting, Eric, is that we got
kickoff
there
too.
with four.
Say what?
We got pressure with four.
Yeah.
That was very big today. We didn't have to. I mean, I did see us blitz some, but we were able to, excuse me, maintain pressure with four. So
Now
I
now
think that was
now
huge.
some of that four was James Pierce too.
Yeah, yeah. And thank you for pointing that out. Look, James isn't going to be there for the first 8 games, but he definitely makes a difference. You can feel his impact when he's in the game. So,
Yeah.
uh, let's see. James says Carlos Allen Jr. was a beast today. Kerry, who stood out for you on defense?
That's a good question. To answer the special teams question really quick, I just wanted to shout out Nick Folk because honestly, it feels so good to have a kicker that you can rely on. Honestly, I know they had been saying that he looks really good in practice, basically automatic in training camp and in practice, but to see it in a game, I know it's just preseason, but still like an actual game is really nice to see. I think he hit two field goals over 50 yards and made them both. So honestly, that makes me really happy because as we've talked about before, I feel like a lot of the Falcons' problems the last two seasons has been because of special teams. Um, so yeah, for me, I'm just really happy to. I wanted to shout him out because it feels really good to have a kicker that can make the field goals. and make the extra points. But to answer your question about defense, who stood out to me was Keyshawn Banks.
Okay.
I think he had a great game last week, and I think he had another good game this week. So I'm interested to see if he's going to make the roster. I think he's definitely making a name for himself to do so, especially with our woes at defensive end right now. So, yeah, I'm going to shout him out.
Okay. Trey says, "How about the defense allowing 1 3rd down conversion?" Hey, that is so true, guys.
Yeah,
What do we think about that? Like that was dominant. I mean,
all
I don't know that
phases,
I've seen
man.
that many.
All phases. They really dominated on all three phases.
Yeah, yeah, they really
Love
did.
it. That was amazing, honestly.
Guys,
Yep.
did Cash Jones earn himself a spot today, or does he have to have another great game next week? Like he was on special teams. He ran the ball well. I broke a few, caught a screen pass, got a first down plus yards. You guys think he won the job today, or does he need a good week of practice and another good game next week? Carrie, let's start with you. Give me your thoughts.
No, I think he definitely should make this team. I mean, and I think they want him to make this team because in practices, but you know, training camps, they've been trying to see where they could fit him. Like, oh, can we fit him at running back? Can we fit him at receiver? Special teams? Like, they're trying to find a way to keep him on this roster. Um, and yeah, they he scored a touchdown today. He had over 100 yards from scrimmage. I thought he looked very good today. So I think you definitely have to find a way to keep him on this roster. And players like that are fighting to make a name for themselves, like that's the kind of player you want because they're gonna play hard for themselves and their teammates.
It's a good point. Eric, thoughts?
You got a cold, man?
I do. I
You need to
do.
eat an onion.
Maya has COVID, and of course
Oh,
it's
Oh
man.
circling
Tell
all
Maya I hope
over.
she feels better. Everybody pray
I
for
will.
Maya.
Yeah, no,
yeah, I hope
everybody
she
pray for
feels
all of us.
better.
Everybody pray for all of us because Maya got it, then Kim got it, and I'm next on the docket. I'm any day now. I'm expecting. Yep, you got it. So
Good
just the
night,
way
Dr. Big.
2026 has been going, I won't complain. Thank the Lord, I'm alive. All good. Guys, what went wrong for Indy? Like, and here's why I'm asking because everything that you heard out of the practice was, oh, Indy's dominating the Falcons. Indy's dominating the Falcons. Oh, blah 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 blah. And we come in and
Yeah,
see this
it
game.
depends on the first day you heard that, but I don't think you really looked at the second day because I think the second day was when we did the show, and I think the information was coming in while you were still looking at the information for the first practice because we never covered the first. Not saying you was wrong because we never covered the first practice, so
Right.
we were really trying to cover both of them. But I think you got more information from that first practice than you did the second one.
Mm-hmm.
And the second practice, it looked like it was. That's what we was telling you the last show. It looked like it was swinging more our way on the defensive side of the ball. Now, offense, they weren't. They said Tua had his best day since he had been out there, but it didn't. It just sounded like it was better than what we saw. It didn't sound like it was actually good. It just sounded like it was. So they didn't really praise him, but they was like he wasn't as bad as he was the day before. Now the day before they said he was horrific. So I don't know how good he looked that second day, and why there wasn't more praise on the offense, or maybe they just held back in practice and waited until the game.
All right. Well, either way it goes, they got 3.6 yards per play, which is abysmal. Um, their reps and reads, they were just bad today. They were the complete opposite of what we heard on Tuesday. So, I guess my question to both of you guys and the panel is, were the Falcons this bad on week 1, or are they this good on week 2, or is the truth somewhere in the middle? And I'm putting it out there to the chat. If you think the Falcons are as bad as they showed on week 1, drop a 1. If you think the Falcons are as good as they showed today, drop a 2. And if you think they're somewhere in the middle, drop a 3. Carrie, let's start with you. Where are you on this? Are the Falcons this bad? Are they that good? Or are they somewhere in the middle? Give me your thoughts.
So if I'm on my Eric Parker, they're this good.
Let's go.
I'm being positive. I don't want to say they're this good, right? more than likely is somewhere in the middle, but I would lean more towards like they're this good versus they're this bad because you could see how good they can be when they perform at the highest level. You can see the potential is there. The thing that scares me about it is like, because I shout out to Miles Garrett. I think he also put a tweet out there, like, basically the same kind of question you're asking, like, which Falcons are they? And it's like, just reminds me of our Atlanta Falcons, like, very up and down. And it's like, man, we need that consistency, and I hope we get that this season, honestly. So, yeah, I'm gonna lean more towards we're number three, but I think it's more at this moment too, and we're working towards three. We're working towards the consistency, new regime, new coaching staff, a lot of new players, like getting that gelling and all that. So I think with time it'll get better.
Okay. Eric, I already know what you're going to say, but thoughts?
Yeah, give me a 20. We're gonna skip. We're gonna times the two. Give me a 20. We was beating good teams last year when we was coached up for that team. We was beating good teams last year, so I absolutely think they're good. I absolutely think that they're good. I think they're better than that. I think that you have a new front office, a new GM, a new head coach, everybody learning their system. And it takes time to learn. You don't just jump into systems and just take off. Most folks don't. So it takes time to learn. And it looks like they're catching on.
Okay. Fair enough. Let's see. Carlos says number 9 is back on the grind. Nathan Floyd says everything. James Shank or James Shank 985 says this was even sweeter after Pat McAfee was talking about how bad the Falcons are. My friend Trey says 3. She thinks they're somewhere in the middle. I kind of tend to agree with that. James Shank says 2. It takes time to get everything going. Bellows World's in the building. He says, let's go. I think we own something with today's win.
I
Okay.
love it.
Fair enough.
To
Fair
the
enough.
point about the Pat McAfee thing, I'm really hoping, which Atlanta sports in general, but Falcons specifically, always get disrespected with the national media, and they were clowning us hard last week after that Broncos loss. I just want to see if we're going to get any respect from
We're not.
national media, and more than likely no, but and that's okay.
Yeah,
It
let
is
them
what it
sleep.
is. But
I'm absolutely okay with them not saying nothing. Let them sleep.
yeah,
You know what? I got to be honest. I agree with Derek. I don't think we're going to get any respect. It's interesting
no,
that Seattle are the Super Bowl champions, and nobody's picking them to repeat. So I mean that respect is earned, man. I mean they came out and
right.
dominated last year. They were clearly the best team in the league last year, and I can't find anybody that says they have a chance of repeating. It's all Rams and whatever Rams and Buffalo is what I keep hearing. So I say that to say that respect is earned. And look at our
It's not
phone.
even that. It's the
It
fact that
is
our
that.
fans.
It
It's
is
the
that.
no, it's not. It's the fact that our whole Super Bowl season they hated on us until we got to the Super Bowl. That is ridiculous. You've never seen them do that with nobody else, even if they hadn't won the Super Bowl before. You've never seen them do that with nobody else. They do this stuff because our fans react. Our fans reacted, and we got some funny fans.
We
So
do have funny. We do have
they
funny fans, but
they
respect is
be
earned.
on Twitter and just
True.
going in, going overreacting to everything,
True,
You
and
but
ne-
I mean, honestly,
you
that's a lot of fan bases.
you
I
you
mean, to be
you're
honest, a
you're
lot of
never
them.
gonna
nobody's
get over
better than us
28 to
with that.
3. You're never gonna get over 28 to 3 until you win a Super Bowl.
No,
It is.
nobody is as funny as us with the reaction. Nobody.
I'm not saying they're not, Eric, but what I'm saying is respect is earned. And if you want them to stop talking trash, if you want
That's
them to
fair.
stop comparing us to other teams, you got to win that Super Bowl. That's just bottom line. You
That's
know,
fair.
look at I've been a Falcons fan for 48 years. I love my Atlanta Falcons. I do. I bleed red and black. But let's keep it real. If we want to earn respect, and I'm not saying we can't do it, and I'm not saying we won't do it, but it is not. We will continue to be compared to that every time something like that comes up until we do something about it. It is what it is. Is it fair? Absolutely not. It's not fair. Did
And
the
they
media?
finna do just like they do. Watch what they do this week. They finna say
It was the
It's gonna
second
be
string.
just preseason now.
Yeah, exactly. That is
But last
100%
week it
what that is.
wasn't just preseason. Last
Yeah,
week we should
yeah,
be worried it's gonna be a long season. That's
yep,
what I kept seeing everywhere.
yep.
Now it's gonna be just preseason. Right? They
Well,
didn't have starters in. It was just preseason.
there you go. It's gonna be its preseason, and it was second string, and they're gonna totally just downplay it.
Yep. And we
So
still
I
don't know
agree.
who the starting quarterback is. It's gonna be all of that.
Yeah. All right. So guys, who's on the bubble? In your mind's eye, let's who's the cornerback? What's his name? Phillips? Is he the short one? I shouldn't call him short, but
Oh wow, Clark Phillips the
Mark
third,
Phillips. Is he on the bubble, guys?
I
possibly.
don't know because when you're doing twos and threes, you kind of mix them in and out because there's no real set at two or three. So you kind of want to play some guys with these guys and some guys with those guys to see how they mesh together, to see if they're better when you have better talent around them. Because
Okay.
that person might look like they're standing out with the threes. So hey, let's put them with the twos today. So to do that, somebody got to play with the threes.
Okay. Let me ask you this: did Drummond do himself a favor? How did he look? Did Vinny? What's Vinny? I can't think of Vinny's last name, but you guys know what I'm talking about.
Vinny Anthony the second.
That dude, him, that way. Did he do himself any favors?
No.
Chris Blair, of the three, Blair, Drummond, and Vinny Anthony, who looked best today in your guys' view? And Eric, let's start with you. Give me your thoughts.
I'm gonna go Drummond, even though he messed up my parlay, but
Oh wow.
I'm gonna go Drummond. But that was my fault because it's preseason. I should have known. But
Yeah.
but it wasn't nothing that he did. He just wasn't targeted as much. But
Okay.
he looked good on special teams. He looked good on offense. He just wasn't targeted. But there's blocking and all that. I didn't see a problem with any of them really. And I like Chris Blair too.
Carrie,
So
thoughts? I'm sorry, Eric. Were you? I'm
no, go
sorry.
ahead, Kerry.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm gonna go with Cash Jones and Vinny Anthony the second. Personally, I maybe this is a hot take, but I don't think Drummond makes this roster.
Yeah. I
Just for
think
me.
Cash Jones did a lot, and I agree with you, Carrie. I think Cash Jones did a lot, and Vinny Anthony caught a third down. I think it was a drag. He ran Eric drag across the field, but
Yeah.
caught it, ran it for a first down. And look, if Vinny Anthony's just been flashing all over the place, so I think he has a legitimate chance of making it. I
Right.
don't know about Chris Blair. Chris Blair is typically a superstar in training camp. I like Chris Blair, but I just don't know. I mean, we
I
will
think
see.
Chris Blair will take the fifth wide receiver five spot. Honestly, I think he makes the roster. Personally,
Okay, okay.
I think he
We got
makes it
Voodoo.
this time.
Okay, we got Voodoo Lounge in the building. It says the Wild Man is here. Sorry for missing the game and being late. Grandson birthday. Well, happy birthday to your grandson,
Happy
Voodoo.
birthday!
Happy birthday. I did hear the QB was playing good. That is awesome,
Yeah,
awesome, awesome, awesome,
very good.
awesome. Carrie, Eric, can you guys hear me? I got to change this up a little bit. Y'all hear me? Damn it. Can. Okay. Carrie, Eric, can you guys hear me?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
We
hear you.
can
I got
hear
to
you,
change.
but you can't see us.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
know.
kicked
I
us
got to.
out.
Delete us.
I didn't. I would never kick you
It's
guys out. There we
probably
go.
the, well, you kicked us out of the picture. Who knows?
I. You know what? I'm not. I'm not even gonna respond, guys. We got a who am I?
Okay.
Okay. Who am I? I never heard my name called on draft day, but a team full of Bulldogs still came my way. My name sounds like money, but I earned my
Cash
chance for
Jones.
special. There you go. That was a little too
Oh
easy.
my.
That's a little too easy. That's way too easy. I knew it when I did it, but I'm like,
Oh, come on.
maybe. I don't
But
know. I
but
know. That was a
T
little too easy.
will T will. Oh, sorry. You put the schedule
Yep.
on there.
What you got?
What number are we on now? 37.
Roster battle takeaways.
Okay. I wanted to ask you guys because I don't think we really covered it yet, and it's big breaking news is that Penix has been cleared for 11 on 11s. He will be
Yes, he
he will be
has.
a full go in practice this Monday. The Falcons' next practice is this Monday. Media will be there speaking to them as well. And yeah, he's able to participate in 11 on 11s, which in my opinion is very big. Um, you could technically say there's officially a quarterback competition now that he can actually participate in, everything. So, what are your guys' thoughts? Are you excited like me that Penix is going to be back?
Definitely. I don't think it's. I still don't think it's a quarterback competition though. I think the media created that. I think Penix is back, and I think once they announce who the starter is,
I think
Is it
Tua
Jack
has
Strand?
been. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I doubt
Go
it.
ahead, Gary. I think Tua's been so bad that I agree with Eric. It's not even a competition.
Right.
Um, and to be honest, I tend to agree with everybody that we saw on Twitter. In my humble opinion, it's Penix, Strand, Cooper Rush, then Tua. Again, we only played him. We only paid him $1 million. So if you want to let him go, you can. I'm not saying to do that. Maybe you want to keep four quarterbacks, but from what I've seen of Tua, I am anxious to see Penix with the ones. And to be honest with you, I'm anxious to see Jack Strand with the ones, just to see how he does. Should something go with Penix? I mean, we got to be ready. And Tua's been. I'm trying not to come down on, but Tua has not been great. So I agree. There is no competition here. Let me ask you a question, Eric and Kerry. Is there a world where maybe they just go ahead and release Tua?
Yep.
I mean, you
I
only
think
paid him a
that could be a
million bucks.
possibility.
I'm telling you because if I was right with everything I've been saying, he was just a stopgap quarterback anyway. And if Penix is back and Jack Strand looks good, there's your 1 and 2 right there. So
Right.
you don't need him to be a stopgap no more. You needed a left-handed quarterback with the stopgap so it don't throw your offense off. Which is why you probably won't see Jack Strand with the one. Um, but I get what you were saying. But I don't think they're going to do that because it looked like a strategical move to me. Like they did that on purpose, bringing in
Right.
a left-handed quarterback for cheap, and hopefully your quarterback's ready on time. But if he's not, your offense wasn't supposed to take a hit. But it looks like it takes a hit when two is in there. Period.
It
So
does.
I think there is a world where that could happen.
Okay. Kerry, thoughts?
I definitely think that's a possibility. He hasn't really, to me, with Penix, not even being able to fully compete for QB1 and you being a veteran, 7-year veteran, starting experience, there's no reason why Tua shouldn't have ran away with the starting job even before Penix could play. To me, that just shows how bad his play has been throughout training camp, preseason, Friday Night Lights, you name it. So for me, we only paid him $1 million. That's honestly chunk change in the NFL. Miami Dolphins guaranteed his whole salary, so I definitely think it's a possibility, especially with how good Jack Strand looked today. In reality, though, I think obviously we're keeping Penix. I think we keep Jack Strand because with his upside, you don't want to lose him. If you put him on the practice squad, he's gone somewhere else. So you've got to keep Jack Strand. You keep Michael Penix, and then it's between Cooper Rush and Tua. And I don't know. I feel like it could be they keep Tua. I don't know, just because of the floor. But I don't know. It's gonna be very interesting Monday in practice to see how that goes.
Okay. Yeah,
I think
that
the
is
Saints just threw an interception. I think it was a
love
pick
it.
six.
Love it. Hey, somebody text Jordan and say Saints suck. Voodoo says Voodoo says name an Atlanta Falcons player who also played Georgia high school team. That would be Grady Jarrett, Harry Douglas, Charlie Warner, and Keith Brooking, at least just to name a few.
I
Nathan
thought it
says
had to
gonna
be current. I was gonna say Terrell
did he
Brothers.
say current? I don't think he
He
said
didn't,
current.
but that's how I took it. So I was thinking in my mind the Terrell brothers.
Oh, you are
Yeah.
okay. You're better than me.
Like he didn't actually
My mind
specify.
didn't even go there. You're better than me. So Voodoo, the Terrell brothers. There you go. Bam. Nathan, going to be a good competition between Penix and Strand for QB number one.
Right.
Voodoo, not at all. Penix needs to be. I'm not even going there with you.
Stroud.
Voodoo. John Brooks. I'm not. I'm not even doing it. Care.
Okay.
T. Will Penix is going to be QB2. Jack Strand is going to be QB1. Jack Strand has been showing out. Okay, John, I hear you. Trey says, after seeing Penix's first year, do we think he will be able to stay healthy? Good question. Eric, let's start with you. Thoughts? You think Penix is going to be all right? You think this is the year? What are we thinking here?
Yeah, he was healthy his first year. He got hurt his second year.
Okay. All right. Gary, think he's going to stay healthy?
I mean, I'm hoping so, right? But you never know. Obviously, as an injury history, I think a lot of it's going to depend on that right tackle position and being able to keep him upright. Um, and I'm hoping, like, now that he's cleared, he's going to fully trust himself and be able to not take hits or sacks if he doesn't have to and can take off running if he needs to as well. So, obviously, you help all your players stay healthy. And I do think he could stay healthy. He stayed healthy in Washington and, you know, went on to go to a championship and was the runner up for the Heisman. So I definitely think if he's healthy and stays healthy, there's potential there, upside there. And we honestly this year we really need to see if he could be the answer at quarterback or if, maybe even Jack Strand or next year you're drafting a guy. So yeah, I think this is definitely a big year for him. To see what he can do. And if Tua was actually playing well, I would argue like can Tua even stay healthy because of his concussion and injury history? Um, it's not very common for him to even play 17 games himself. So, yeah.
All right. That's cool. I can dig it. John Brooks says T. Will Penix hasn't taken a snap. Jack Strand has looked better than both. Whoa, Nelly, John Brooks, slow your roll there, sir.
he's fully
Whoa, Nelly.
he's fully on the Jack Strand
Whoa,
hype train.
Nelly. Oh, somebody's on that Jack Strand train. Look,
It's
Jack has
scary.
looked good, but pump your brakes. Pump your. I'm not saying Jack's not good, but just pump your brakes a little bit. Trey says, "Do you allow Penix to play in one quarter next week to protect him?" Oh, I'm guessing she's saying only in quarter one to protect him and continue to allow Jack and Cooper to get playing time. Eric, Carey, thoughts? You do it that way, or do you play him the entire first half?
But I think you play him. I think he goes out for a drive
Okay.
or a series or two, maybe. If the drive, if he complete, if they go out and walk down the field and score, I think he's done. If they go out and they three and out, I think they'll bring him out again just to go down and score.
Okay. Carey, thoughts? You
Uh,
sitting him or you playing him for a quarter? You playing him for a series? He's gonna be in the entire half. Like, give me your thoughts. What are we doing?
I think you play him. I mean, you played all three of your quarterbacks so far, so I definitely think you play him. But I don't know that you're going to play him a whole half.
Okay.
I think he'll get kind of like the same treatment that Tua got. So he's not going to play a ton, but he is going to get some starting reps there. I also really quick want to mention a quote from Will McFadden with the Falcons that he just put out an article with the Falcons, AtlantaFalcons.com. He said that Michael Penix has been trying to make every rep count and explained why after joint practices with the Colts. I don't get a lot of reps. I want to take advantage of every rep that I get. Today I ended on a bad play. I ended on a pick. So now I have to go sit here the rest of practice thinking about how that was my last play. Um, so he said after Saturday's news that he's been cleared for full team work, Penix can now put that last play behind him and focus on the expanded reps ahead. So really good news, honestly.
Okay. All right. That is fair. Let's get back to the fans in the stands. Voodoo says Stetson Bennett. Let me tell you something. Voodoo loves him some Stetson Bennett. Uh, yeah, I can't. I love you, Voodoo, but I can't. Let's see. James Shank says Carlos Allen Jr.
I
I
genuinely
think
have to ask you, T. Will and Eric, like as Georgia fans, why I've seen, he's not the first person seen say Stetson Bennett. But
Mm-hmm.
why are they just shouting him out because that was their quarterback with Georgia? I don't understand because so far he hasn't done anything in the league, and I believe he's QB3
Yeah.
Oh,
currently
let me
on
answer
who
this.
he's on. So what is it?
Georgia fans think Georgia football players are the reason for football.
Okay.
And they are. And they are. And
See?
I have no problem with that. And they are. Let me tell you something about Mr. Stetson Bennett Jr. He took us to the ship twice. Thank you.
Oh my
Twice.
God.
No other Georgia quarterback has ever done that. As a matter of fact, Stetson Bennett does not have to pay for a beer, even though I think he's in the program. But he doesn't have to pay for a beer ever in Georgia ever. So we're gonna get off Stetson Bennett. That's what we're gonna do, Mr. Eric Parker, Auburn fan. And don't you say Alabama, sir. Don't you dare say it. Anyway, Carlos Allen Jr. looked pretty darn good. I got to give him that. He did. I think he even had a sack or came
Okay.
close to one. Caden Ellis says, "Yo, what's up? We got our first preseason win since 2023.
That's
I did
crazy. I
not
did
know
not.
that.
Me either. That's
I
pretty.
did not know
Wow.
that. Yeah,
Wow.
that's
10 years. Okay.
yeah, that has damn darn. Excuse me. Wow. Okay. Okay. That wow. Since 2023 for real?
That's pretty
Oh,
Dang.
bad. But Bello said now that Penix is back, watch Tua play out of his mind from now on. LOL. And to his point, I actually had a point cross my mind or a thought that crossed my mind that I was thinking after Jack Strand balled out today. I was thinking watch Penix play out of his mind because the timing of the after the game, obviously post game press conference, Stefanski said, "Hey, the update is Penix is cleared for 11 on 11s. He's going to be a full go at practice." But
Mm-hmm.
the timing of it was just weird. I know there was nothing. It just was a coincidence because it was after the practice. But all that to say, I had the thought that crossed my mind. Kind of a different perspective is that because Jack Strand was balling out, and so many people are like, oh, he's QB1 or he's the future or play him, start him. Like that could push Penix to play really well, and which is great because regardless whichever way it plays out, that's what you want. You want competition. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Voodoo says Terrence Mathis T. Will, and I forgot. How could I went to school with Terrence Mathis. He says Redan. So shout out to all the Raiders out there. Oh, Redan High, we sing to you. Shout out to all of the Raiders out there as we were the best high school. I don't care what Eric has to say. I'm just having fun with my brother. ATL Diva says that was quick, Carrie.
Wait, what was that?
Voodoo just won't let Stetson Bennett go. He's just like an ex-girlfriend that won't let he just won't let him go.
I know. I
Voodoo,
just want to know what. I hope he responds. I'm just curious. I'm not even hating. I just want to know what it is that you love about him.
I'm
because
telling you, you think I'm fun.
because he
You think I'm
delivered
making
us
up stuff.
2 championships. What do you mean, Gary? He
But a
delivered.
solid.
The Dogs had not won since 1980.
Then why
Okay,
is he a QB3 in the NFL? I don't
I'm not
understand
It's
that.
like
saying we should get him.
It's like they refuse to see their defense and run game. Stetson did it all by himself.
Says says the Auburn hater. But anyway, look it. I'm not saying he should be a QB. I'm saying I will love him forever because of what he did for Georgia, dadnammit. Because we were
But
in
you're
the
arguing
doldrums.
for him to be a QB. Why are you even talking right now if you're not arguing that?
Because I love Georgia, okay, dagnammit, and don't you say anything about Alabama either, Eric. We're just gonna move on because I know what you're thinking. We're not even gonna do that.
Okay.
Nathan says, "Let Bennett go to the Browns." Ouch. Let's see. ATL Diva says, "Wow, since 2023 is crazy." Strapped up 24 says Penix is cleared. Stand and rush. Strand and rush look good. Offense is clicking. It's starting to get scary in the A. Trey says, now remember we played Miami during the regular season and we took a loss and Tua was a QB and the score was 34-10. And to be honest with you, Trey, I still don't know how the hell that happened. Looking at him practice.
They weren't ready for that game. Bijan came out and said it. They were
Yeah,
not prepared for that game.
I was
They was
just
on the
gonna
high
say
from the
that.
game before and came
Exactly.
in there in that game like, oh, it's just the Dolphins. We ain't got to really get ready for this.
Bro, what were they doing? Like playing Madden? I mean, They made Tua look like a Super Bowl quarterback, and he got benched later on that year. And look, I'm not hating on anybody. I'm just being honest. Tua has not looked great. I mean, he may he may come out and play great. Tua's not looked great. I just do not understand it because Tua looked unstoppable that day, and he was throwing 10-yard passes, and we still couldn't figure it out, Eric. So I don't know. I don't know. I do not know.
No, to
Voodoo
Eric's
says,
point,
dang it,
no.
I need a mic. Go ahead. Go ahead,
No,
Carrie.
to
I'm
Eric's
sorry.
point, Eric's 100% right. Like, coaching really cost us last 2 years, especially besides special teams. I know that was a factor as well, but I really do believe coaching really held us back from making the playoffs for 2 years. And honestly, that was so embarrassing how we got embarrassed at home by Tua and the Miami Dolphins because they were so bad last season, and Tua overall was so bad. If you look at his whole body of work, I think a lot of Falcons fans were so like excited for the signing of him to Atlanta because they only watched him when he embarrassed us with one eye, at home. But overall, he did not have a good season last year. So all that to say, I think it's exactly what Eric said. Bijan came out and said they weren't prepared, and I think that was the whole thing with the bad coaching is that Raheem Morris would never had his players prepared every week in and week out. Like they would get a really good win on the road, for example, Minnesota Vikings, and then the players are so hype, and then all of a sudden you get embarrassed and blown out against the Panthers. It's like they played up and down to their competition. You get a huge win against the Buffalo Bills in prime time, and you follow it up with getting embarrassed to the Miami Dolphins, okay? 2 weeks later. So it's like if they're playing somebody really good, they played up to that and they have the potential to be so good. And then if they're playing somebody bad, they just played like, oh, they're a slouch and they just didn't give the effort. And that's how those things happen. And it goes back to what I said earlier. You asked, between the two preseason games, is this the Falcons? Which Falcons is which? And it's like, that's the thing. We need consistency with these Falcons. So hoping that with this
And,
new
and,
coaching staff, we get that.
and you get people keep trying to blame the quarterback. It definitely wasn't the quarterback. You had a
Yeah.
seasoned veteran in there doing the exact same thing the Penix was doing. They was doing the exact same thing to him that they were doing to Penix and everything. That Dolphins game was when Kurt was in there. And Kurt, I've never seen I've never saw a clip of Kurt being mad at anybody, much less screaming at somebody on the field. I've never seen that in all of Kurt's years of playing. And Kurt was going off that game.
Yeah, Nate says somebody needs to poke Tua in the eye. That's mean, Nate. Wow. I mean, I get what you're saying, but wow. Wow.
That won't
Wow.
work unless we're playing Raheem.
It's a good point. It's a good point. Trey says, and Tua only had one good eye. Guys, is it embarrassing that we got, and I know you said it, but I'm just going to reiterate it. How embarrassing is it to lose to a quarterback with one eye?
And
Like,
we lost to the Dolphins, the Jets, and the Panthers. But and it didn't even the Panthers fans didn't even think they was gonna win that first game. They was like preparing for us to beat the hell out of them. Looking at how we looked before that and how they looked before that, they most of them that I talked to honestly did not. They was like, I hope we just make it a good game.
hmm,
Literally, I heard that so many times from them. I hope we just make it a good game. They was not expecting to win that.
I guess not. Yeah, Voodoo says coaching has cost us along with ownership the last 7 years. I am going to say coaching did cost us. Voodoo also says Georgia teams always play down to the competition. All right, let's get back to this. Chris Blair,
Okay.
he did all right. Y'all know that's Jack Spade's boy, but I guess
I
he
like
did.
Chris too.
I
Chris is a
like
good
Chris.
receiver.
He never got a shot, and if I don't know if he's going to get a shot this time. Look, it
Well,
obviously you
who
get.
would you say gets a shot over him?
Well, it just depends on if you're keeping 5 or 6 carry, right?
You're
So if
keeping
you're
six
keeping,
for sure.
well, Kevin Stefanski likes the tight end. So what if he decides to keep 5 or 4?
No.
You know what I mean? Tight ends. Yeah, I'm just saying. So you got obviously Draco, right? You got Zachariah Branch. You got Dotson. You got Alameda Zacchaeus. That's 1 through 4. And if you go 5 with Vinny, and let's keep it real, Vinny's been good. Vinny's been in the right place.
So for me, I think Drake's 1, Dotson's 2, then it's Branch. He could even become the 2, but it's his upside. But I'll just say as of now, Drake 1, Dotson 2, Branch 3, Alameda Zacchaeus 4, Chris Blair 5, and then it's gonna be tough. Vinny, Anthony the second, or Cash Jones. So I don't know. I don't think we keep 4 running backs, to be honest. I don't think Nate Carter makes the roster personally.
I don't think Nate makes it either, but
So
it's
that's my
it's gonna
prediction.
be. You bring up a good point. You know, you got Cash Jones, and they signed him as a receiver.
Right.
So if that's the case, you would almost have to keep 6. So who's your 6? If we're keeping 6, who's your 6 Carrie? Who's your 6 Eric? And who's your 6 Chat?
Okay.
Carrie, I think you gave us your 6, right? Or no?
I
You did.
did, but I'm for the sixth one, because I think Blair makes it and he's fit 5. 6, I don't know. It's either going to be Vinny Anthony the second or Cash Jones. I think it'll probably be Vinny, but they're going to have to figure out a way to keep Cash Jones on the
I,
on
I,
the
I
roster.
think
Maybe a
I
special
agree
team.
with Kerry the exact order with that 6, and I think Cash still makes the team. I think Cash is on the I mean not practice squad on the special team.
Yeah, I think he'll be great for special teams too.
Okay.
And with him being on special teams, I think you can, if you need him, work him into the offense too.
Yeah, but
I
Vinny Anthony, man, he's really impressed. 2 weeks in a row for me.
I don't think they're gonna let Vinny go. I'm gonna make a bold prediction here, and
Okay.
I'm gonna say it's Vinny and Cash Jones and Chris Blair and basically everybody who's not cut, Drummond and whoever else, go to the practice squad. Now, I could be
Look, I
wrong.
think Drummond makes it too. I think
Dang.
Drummond and Cash are both going to be on the on special teams.
Okay.
Really? What is Drummond gonna do on special teams?
Punt return.
Really? Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, if you putting Branch at 3, you don't want to wear him out, sticking him back there, punt return and kick return, and you need him on the field during offense. I don't see them making him the primary kick returner.
Mm,
But so I think you're gonna need a kick returner. I think, and it looked like they were using Drummond for that.
okay. Okay. That's fair. Trey says staying consistent, like Kerry said, is going to be our secret weapon. We have to play an elite level no matter who we play, and that is true. I just wonder. That's a lot of folks to keep, man. And then Stefanski loves his tight ends, man. I'm just saying. Somebody may catch one.
Okay.
ATL Diva is tickled. She thinks it's funny. Voodoo says Falcons either have a great offense and a sad defense, or a sad offense and a great defense. Has never put a complete team in the history of our
We can
team.
never have two things that match.
Ham, no burger, peanut butter, no jelly. God,
Anytime somebody says that, it makes me think of that.
I know, right? James Shank says Vinny. A lot of people think Vinny's gonna make it, man. I
Yes,
think Vinny.
been balling.
I think Vinny's got a shot. Next game is Falcons at Dolphins. Um, Guys, does the offense play just 10 plays or do they play the entire first quarter, first half? Chat, if you think the offense just plays 10 plays, drop a 1. If you think they play the entire first quarter, drop a 2. If you think they play the entire first half, drop a 3. Let me know what you're thinking.
I
Eric and
drop a
Carrie,
one.
your thoughts. Give it to me. What are we thinking?
I think it
Dropping a
depends.
one. Oh, sorry.
I think it depends on what happens. I think if you go out there and you go straight down the field and you score, I think you take the offense out. But I think if even if you move the ball. Let's say you get a first down. I think if you get one first down and then stall out, I think they'll put them back out there because I don't think they're done seeing what they want to see then. So I think they'll stay out there until they see what they want to see. I think once they see that if they see that they're clicking and they go straight down the field, then yeah, pull them out.
Okay, Carrie, thoughts?
I don't
Are,
think
are,
that they're gonna play that long. I think maybe 10 plays.
okay,
Honestly, it's gonna go
all
just
right.
like game 1, in my opinion.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, you coming down to the last preseason game, you need to see who's gonna stay. The people that you already know are gonna stay. You already know what they can do. You know what Bijan can do. You know what Chris Lindstrom can do. You know what Kyle Pitts can do. You know what Drake can do. So you know they're gonna everybody that we just named their receiver that we know is gonna be here. That's taking up time for you to evaluate the rest of them that we're not sure of. So
Right.
I think you'll see more of the you're not sure of
Okay.
than you will the actual starting offense.
Okay. Fair enough. I appreciate it. ATL Diva says if they score, that's it. Eric, I think
Okay.
you said the same thing, and that's pretty much fair. It is now time, guys, for buying or selling. Buying or selling, Carrie, Eric, and Chat. This game tells us more about the Falcons than the Broncos did. This game tells us more about the Falcons than the Broncos did, than the Broncos game did. Eric, you buying or selling?
This game tells more about. I mean, yeah, I'm buying. It's later in the season. They saw the Broncos game and saw this one, so this is yeah.
Okay.
It,
Fine.
it looks like you improved.
We're buying.
Yeah,
Okay. Carrie says we're buying. Nathan Floyd says buying. I'm buying it. Why not? Number two, Cash Jones has done enough to make the 53. Buying or selling?
buying.
Fine.
Okay, Carrie and Eric are buying. I guess I'm buying too. Chat, are you guys buying that Cash Jones has done enough to make the 53, or does he need to have another performance? ATL Diva says buying. All right. The backup receiver room is deeper than people think. Buying or selling?
Buying.
Eric?
Buying. Buying.
Ugh, ugh,
Why are you doing that?
ah, I mean, it's deeper than
What?
last year. It is, but I don't.
He just has to find a way to make some kind of
Right.
I
controversy.
am not D. Will. Stop it. I am
You
Yeah.
not D.
are.
Will.
It is
I
because you
am
can't.
not. I
You was
just
just sitting here arguing to figure
Right.
out who's going to be because it's so talented, but now you're trying to guess and see if it's that talented. Make it make sense.
I can't.
He's just trying to make good television. We get it.
I'm not. I just feel a little uneasy about it. I'm not. Look, they're clearly better than
That's
last
the
year.
COVID
I
that
will
So
you're
give
feeling,
you that.
my
where
friend.
did this where did your argument come from before where it was so tough to figure out who the sixth receiver was gonna be?
Well, are you confident in Drummond? Like,
Don't switch
are
the
you
question.
confident?
You just had this whole segment on while we were trying to figure out the sixth receiver.
I get it,
Is
but
that not deep enough for you?
are you that are you that comfortable with Drummond?
Yeah.
Okay.
Drummond we didn't even name Drummond as one of the six. I think Drummond will be on the special teams.
Okay. All right. We got
But
Low in the building. Voodoo says sell. Big Country says, what in the world, Bo?
what in
Hey,
the
What
world,
in
Low.
the
Bo?
world, Bo?
I hope the
What up,
watch party
Low?
went. I hope it went well. Hope you guys had a great time.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's in here.
how did the party go, Low? Let us know. How did it go, brother?
I'm
Drop it in the
sorry,
chat.
Voodoo. I respect you, but we're not trading for CJ Stroud. But it's just not happening.
CJ Stroud is just oh my
If you
he's
would
just
have, I mean, maybe if
mm,
you would have told me that 2 years ago, okay, he looked really good. But to say that after the season he had last year, he looked not so great. And then that
mm.
playoff performance he had also against the Patriots. I mean, he had four first half interceptions. He literally choked so bad. Like, I'm sorry, respectfully, no, thank you, right now.
It was mostly the line, but his reaction to that pressure without the line, I didn't like that. Nah, they could keep CJ. And I used to be like, man, we should have traded up for CJ or something. I wanted CJ. I was so glad Carolina didn't get CJ, but now
Oh,
I
he
don't know.
meant okay. Scratch that. He meant Jack Strand, I think. Okay, thank you, ATL Diva, for
Okay.
clearing that up. Because I'm like CJ Stroud, like.
Yeah, Stroud's been pretty
Okay,
good.
so
Stroud
Strand.
Stroud had like what? Stroud had like what? 8 turnovers in the postseason. Like they
I don't.
lost because of him.
Okay, he
If
said
Stroud is
Strand.
just an
Okay.
No, they
average
didn't. They
quarterback
lost because
last
of
year,
that. They lost because of that offensive line.
if
I mean,
Stroud is
but
just
four
an average
interceptions is
quarterback
crazy.
last year, if Stroud's an average quarterback last year, they go to the Super Bowl. That defense was that dominant. I'm not saying
You,
they win.
you
Their
can't be
defense
an
is
average. You
that
can't
good.
be an average quarterback behind that line, though. That's the thing. That line was ridiculous. It wasn't a way for him to be a average quarterback behind that line. Now, was he extra bad behind it? Absolutely. I'm not disagreeing with you at all on that. He didn't do him no favors. But it was like there was both between him and the line. That's what lost that game.
Okay, that's
But
fair.
I don't think I wouldn't solely put it on CJ.
That's fair,
But
but sorry, that doesn't even matter actually because he didn't mean it.
right,
So,
yeah, we
sorry
we don't
about
we
that.
don't want CJ.
Yeah, Jack
No.
Strand, he said, which, there's a lot of Jack Strand hype right now because he did ball out today. So, love to see it, honestly, that we have another option at quarterback in that quarterback room.
Yep. Big Low in the building. Big Low says party was lit. What up, Big Low? Hey, if you guys have not checked out his channel, and I don't know why you have not, but if you not, you need to stop what you're doing. And as soon as you get off this one, see what I did there? Soon as you get off this one, you need to go check out Big Low's, his whole page, his catalog, all his videos, because he does nothing but make hits, man. He is a
Literally.
superstar for a reason. You need to check him out. Also, we got Mr. Atlanta Falcon Fandemic, or as I affectionately call him, Cowboy, is in the building. What to do, Cowboy? Hopefully doing well.
Hi,
Cowboy says, what to do,
pandemic.
T Will, Miss Carrick and E, Miss Carrie and E.
What's good?
Uh yeah, man. But we got some superstars in the building tonight, man. Good to see y'all. Eric and Carrie, the offensive line has turned a corner. Buying or selling? Buying or selling?
Um, I don't think they needed to turn a corner. I
What
think,
corner?
yeah.
I
I
thought,
mean, we had a good offensive line last year. I don't think they needed to turn a corner. But I guess I'm buying it because I
I
don't
think,
think they needed to turn a corner.
I think they just moved forward, not necessarily turn the corner.
Okay.
But we didn't have a bad offensive line. We had injuries on the offensive line.
Or do you just mean from last week's game? Because if so, yeah, they look so much
Yeah,
better.
I think yeah, it's from last week's game.
They look
Just
so
Okay,
just like
well,
much
from
better.
last week, yeah.
okay. So you're buying. Falcon Fandemic says Jack Strand. Jack Strand. If he can't do it, no one can. Voodoo says selling. Falcon Fandemic says the O line will be top 5 this year, and we're currently number 8. Okay, excuse me. Pop your collar, offensive line.
Okay.
Let's see. Buying
That's
or
what I was
selling,
saying.
guys.
I didn't understand that. And then what we were looking at last week wasn't the starting offensive line, and not even this week. We weren't looking at the starting offensive line. The starting offensive line went out there for one series and two a fumble, so we never got to see really what the offensive line was doing. They didn't come back out that second series.
Okay.
I
Tua
don't
was
know.
in there with backups that second series.
Okay.
Okay. Buying or
Tell them.
selling, the defensive performance erases concern from the Broncos game. Buying or selling, Eric? Let's start with you. Buying or selling?
I couldn't hear what you said. You put your head in your shirt when you were reading the question, and then you stuck your head up and
Oh,
screamed after it.
you know what? T-Will's gonna have enough of you, but
I mean, he might have had the cough, but that's what it sounded like.
really?
Carrie, he's been doing this for the last 30, 40 years.
No one should ever question
I'm
if you
used
guys are
to it.
brothers. Seriously.
It's what he does. He's been doing this literally for 30 or 40. Like, I'd be worried if he didn't do it, but
Did
no.
you hear the question, Kerry?
I'm scared to answer.
Don't be
I
scared to
don't.
answer. Answer. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Answer your question. Look, ain't nobody thinking about Eric. I'll say it again. The defensive performance erases concern from the Broncos game. Buying or selling, Kerry and Eric? You buying or selling?
I'm a buy because I wasn't really concerned with one game in the preseason anyway. So I don't think,
Okay.
for me, I wasn't concerned. But if you're talking about just from last game to this game, yeah, I'm a still buy.
All right, Kerry, buying or selling?
Yeah, I'm buying. They look so much better today, honestly.
Okay. Yeah,
They
I'm
look
buying too.
they look very good.
I'm buying too. Last question. Buying or selling? Preseason record and results matter for playoff hopes. I'm going to let you know I'm selling that. But Eric and Kerry, thoughts? Preseason record and results matter for playoff hopes. Buying or selling?
So
Yeah, I'm selling that too because it
Selling.
doesn't matter. It does not matter. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is that. This was just a real quick post game show. Thank God for everybody who come in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it yourself and the game, and you will have a very safe rest of your weekend and enjoy yourself. Voodoo says nope. So Carrie, tell these folks they can find you.
You can find me here usually on Thursdays at 6:30, but honestly, we, decided to do a special extra show this week. So, um yeah, find me here on the Terry, Carrie and Eric show. And when Jack is not busy, I mean, he was so busy with that car detailing business all summer, and now it's calmed
Ouch.
down.
Ouch.
We came back for 1 week. I don't know. Are we doing another show this week? Who knows? Because you never know. He does have that roof business still going, so.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. He mentioned something about Sunday, but like you say, I mean, we'll see tomorrow.
Okay.
But yeah, so we can obviously find Miss Carrie on For My ATL Sports One with myself and Eric as we do this show every Thursday, and gonna look like maybe guys,
Okay.
maybe after next week, during the regular season, we may try and do a Monday morning show. To be TBD, we got to work out everybody's schedule, but I think we will try and do a Monday show, Monday morning quarterback show, or something like that. Some title Eric and I worked on. Carrie, you weren't there, but your input is needed, so we'll all have a discussion about it.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, Eric, tell these folks where they can find you, brother.
and you can find me if you order Uber Eats on the right day, and, and I'm
What?
bored. No, I'm joking. But yeah, you can find me in 101 in the bins at every home game, and you can find me Thursdays, like you said, with the Terry and Eric show.
One day we're gonna convince him to change it to Carrie, Eric, and Terry show, but we still got that's a
Ah,
work in
la
progress.
la 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 la. No, I'm just
We can't
kidding.
we can't even get on the picture, kid. We're not gonna
Stop it!
convince
Oh my
them
god!
that.
All right, guys, got
It's so
chat.
funny
So,
you say that because we gotta
oh
talk
my
after.
god.
Because I noticed that
Oh
all
god.
the shows that have the picture of all three of us have way more views than the ones of just his photo as the
Oh, here
co-host.
we
I
Oh,
go.
literally just
Here we
noticed that
go.
today.
oh,
I'm just saying.
oh,
Here we go.
Just
Okay.
saying.
Okay. Here we go.
oh.
Whatever. Oh my
Check it
goodness.
You
out.
All
I'm
right.
might be
not
on the
lying.
phone.
Honestly, I'm
I
not
I
lying.
will check it out. All right. So hey, to everybody who joined, we can't thank you guys enough. We appreciate you. I'm your host T. Will. Obviously, this is my family. Carrie and I've been doing podcasting for 3 years. She's like a sister from another mister. Eric literally is my blood brother from another. So these guys are my family. Love doing shows with them. We're gonna continue to do it. You can catch me at For My ATL Sports One. We do Falcons, Braves, Hawks, United, whatever. You can also catch me at For My ATL Movies. If movies and TV series is your thing, please check it out. My guy Jordan and I are doing a series on Marvel right now, and there's much more to come on that. Also, if you dig talk shows, I got Sipping Tea with T Will at T Will 2012 Entertainment on YouTube. All these channels are on YouTube again. For My ATL Sports 1 for the sports, For My ATL Movies for the movies, and T Will 2012 Entertainment is the talk show that we have. And last but not least, you guys are looking at the very new host for the Braves Digest podcast
Hey,
channel. Thank you for that. I
Congrats,
appreciate
T.
it.
Will.
And did my second show today. Going to do my third one tonight. So when you guys get a chance, come like, share, and subscribe. Again, that is Braves Digest. If you give me a chance, I think you will enjoy it. Hey, to everybody who joined, we appreciate you guys. Can't thank you enough. You guys have an amazing weekend. Be safe. Let's
And
come back here and do this again next week. And
yes,
you
T.
guys be
Will.
good. Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
just
ma'am.
want to say, everybody, go check out A1 Forever Sports and Spinny Sports Machine because they just literally went live right now talking more Falcons. So go check them out too.
Well, there you go. There you have it. Go check them out. Let's do it. Other than that, guys, hey man, y'all be good. Enjoy. Wait a minute, I think I'm gonna drop the link for my new channel here. I think I'm going to drop the link, and there you guys go. If you're into Braves baseball, come check me out. Please like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends. You guys have an amazing day. Love everybody in this chat. Love everybody on this panel. Y'all be good. We'll see you next week. Go Falcons, everybody. Good night.
wow, God.
Let me tell you something. Look it, man. I've been an Atlanta fan for 45 years.
Late night vibes, we're turning up the heat. T. Will on the mic, can't accept defeat. My ATL sports show, he's running the game. Atlanta Falcons fly high, you know the name. In the heart of the A, where the pride runs deep. From the Braves to the Falcons, he's keeping it real, no sleep. He's got the scoop, every player, every play. Bringing the thunder every single day. T. Will,